So I'm sure everybody would just love to go back to high school, right? If you're not in high school, at least, probably, actually, yeah, probably not. Well, I know not for me. I'm just in college right now, so I don't think I'd like to go back to high school. But if you maybe were, struggling in your current adult life, maybe you could get a job where you could get paid to just go back to high school and look like a high school and act like a high school. No, none of the responsibilities of an adult, but with all the positives of just having an adult brain, I'm sure you would, or at least our main character, Arata Kaizaki, does in the anime Ray Life, which is the anime we'll be reviewing this time. So our anime is about Arata Kaizaki. He's a 27-year-old. He's a NEET. His parents just cut off his money, his allowance that he gets, in Japan. For some reason, parents give their 27-year-old kids still rent money, but it all just got cut off, and he's not having. He's in a bad place in his life, and he's offered this Ray Life, which basically makes him look younger, and he's gonna go back to college. And if he can, he'll have all his expenses paid. Meanwhile, and if he succeeds, or after the year, it'll only work for a year, he gets a job at this company. So it seems like all in a positive. But this is basically a chance for him to just get better at himself, and his personality and everything about him. It's a year to focus on himself. But he can do that, or he can just not do anything. What he does with his newfound youth is up to him, and that's kind of the point of this Ray Life system, is to help NEETs either change themselves, hopefully change themselves, and that'll be a positive. But we'll see what happens to him. Now, this show is more of a drama slice of life comedy. You definitely get your old man going back to high school type of jokes. And for the drama aspect, it definitely is. You feel like the high school drama, because some of the stuff just seems like it's a little blown out of proportion. But you would expect that from high school kids. To an adult, some of these stuff might seem kind of dumb, but I guess to a high school student, they might be a big deal in their life. I guess the thing that separates this show from other slice of life dramas, because it's a high school drama, there's a billion of those. The thing that mostly separates this show from the other ones is that the main character is 27 years old mentally. He might be in high school, but he's still mentally smart. So he's able to figure out, stuff that other high school kids wouldn't be able to, and he actually understands when a romance situation is going on, things like that. And that's unexpected for a main character in most anime. You don't expect them to figure out what's going on in romance-wise. So that's a little nice to have that a little bit different from a main character. Apart from being a high school slice of life drama, there is a little bit of mystery going on. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but it's just so obvious, like the answer to the mystery, or the answer to the mystery when it's actually solved, that you're not even surprised by the end of it. You're like, oh wow, really? I figured that by episode 3 or something like that. But I can't tell if the writers felt like this was supposed to be like a really hard to figure out mystery, because when it's solved, it comes out like in a big, like, boom, here is the answer type thing. And by that time, you already knew, like 7 episodes back, what the answer to the mystery was. I can't figure out if they meant it to be just so easily solved, or if they actually thought they were being smart with it. Because if they thought nobody could figure it out, then that'd be a little bit insulting to the viewer's intelligence. But I don't know. Even without the little mystery not being pretty easy to solve, I still enjoyed when you actually got the answer. You're like, yes, I did it. I got it right. So I don't really mind. But yeah, hopefully they meant it to be that easy to figure out. So a problem I had with the show is kind of how the arcs play out. With no spoilers, the 3 arcs basically lead back to Rena Kairu. Kairu, I think that's how you say your name. The problem I had with this is that she's not really a character I enjoy. I was never a high school athlete or anything like that, so any of her problems that she goes through, rivalries, things like that, just don't really make sense to me. But that's more of a personal preference. Maybe it don't make sense with you more. Her struggles, any of that stuff just doesn't go with me. But that's more like a personal problem with it. Also, her being a side character, but everything leading back to her kind of made me feel like she was a main character at times. We have a unique premise of a 27-year-old going back to high school, but instead we're focusing on the problems of a 17-year-old high school girl more often than not. A lot of the scenes just feel like they don't even need our main character Arata in it. They could just be her and her friends, and he could completely be out of the show. Which, I mean, it feels like it's a little bit on purpose, but it also feels a little bit strange. I'm watching this show because I feel like I'm watching it because of him, but then all of a sudden it's just 3 arcs about the other character. But with that being said, I still enjoyed the character development. Arata gets his own 2 episodes, two big episodes for just him, to develop him and understand him more of a character, and that's really, really nice. You really do understand a lot about him just from those 2 episodes. And one of the side characters, Ryo Yuake, I think Yuake, I can't say his name. He gets his own little side episode. He's a side character, but he's really interesting. Really, I don't know. He's probably one of the more interesting characters in the show. Even in my personal opinion, even more interesting than the main character at times. So I liked it in his side story too. As for the animation itself, or the art, the show is made by TMS Entertainment, and the animation is good, nice, colorful, and you know, they do a little switch between how scenes look when they're supposed to be funny and when they're serious. When they're funny, you know, characters get maybe a little smaller, or certain features of them change, the background changes. That's how they decide to do the jokes. But overall, the art quality is nice. So to end, Ray Life is basically a high school drama with a little bit of tweak to the formula. You have an interesting main character with you know, a wide range of side characters that all can be pretty interesting. You know, some of the jokes that they do are just so funny, and they have me just laughing out loud. Not many shows get me to laugh just out loud. There's definitely one joke in particular in this show that just had me cracking up so hard. So I had a lot of fun. It was a really fun show to watch. The only problem is that the show is 13 episodes, and if you watched anime for any long time, a long period of time, you'll know that 13 episodes means the show is not over, and there is never a guarantee that it will be over. Sometimes it's just like a little trailer for the manga, basically, or visual novel, or light novel. So I don't know if this show will ever actually finish. It's kind of annoying with anime. So yeah, don't expect a clear ending. You get like a cliffhanger, and we'll never know if we're gonna get we won't know for a long time if we'll get another season or not. But hopefully we do, because I enjoy this show. You should probably watch it if you enjoy high school dramas. Now for a recommendation of an anime you would like, if you like this, it would be something along the lines of My Teen Romantic Comedy, as it does the high school drama really good. So if you like high school dramas, that's a show definitely worth watching. Other than that, I think I'm done for this video review of the anime Ray Life. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. You can subscribe and like whatever you want, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.